Oh, Tom, how you doing? Don, what's up? Tow Truck W, what's going on? Who else did I see? I saw Larry. I think I saw Larry. Was it Larry? Let's see. Yeah, Larry. Larry Loing. How you doing this evening? All right. So my voice is a little off, a little a little thrown off. I don't know what it is. I got like catching a head cold, I guess. But you guys asked for it, so I want to take a moment to thank Rob. Um, the video that's going up tomorrow, Rob sent some. Hey Chuck, how you doing this evening? Rob sent out some venison sausage, or well, it was like venison. All right, um, snack sticks. So they're similar to Slim Jim, and some venison salami. So I will be trying. Well, the kids are going to be trying it out. So I just put some. We got the clear in the jar, and you see how much clear is in the jar. And then this is just some fruit juice. East Coast Tony, how you doing? This is just some fruit juice left over from a party we had last week. We had fruit juice. Man, that's not a lot of juice. Eric, how you doing this evening? You good? CR, hello from Michigan. So the snack sticks that I was sent out are from Michigan. Louisiana checking in. Larry, hola. Doink doink. Yes. Gary or Gregory, where in Philadelphia are you, sir? Ken Kramer, how you doing? Oh man. Next best thing, you gotta come on. You gotta come on. Suburbs, alright, Broomall. Alright, that's Bucks County. I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm aware of where. Oh no, Broomall's in Chester County or in Bucks County? Broomall's, they're like down off, yeah, Delaware County. So that's off, over by the Blue Route. 20 man, Southeast Texas in the house. Hampton, Virginia saying what's up, Jamal? How you doing? Hey, you all, dude. I'm. Yeah, buddy. we already talked about it. You missed the pour. Big thank you, sir. Big thank you. Houston up in the house. I know Robert's in Michigan. Tom says hit that like button. If you could hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Definitely. So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. Let's talk about shortcuts. So the other day or yesterday's video, we sure will see. Who's this man with the small beard? So that just lets me know you didn't watch the video from 2 weeks ago when I explained what this was all about. But I am the same me. Oh boy. No worries, Andrew. But Benji, yeah, that just tells me. Yeah, exactly. Very happy wife, happy life. Trust me, I haven't shaved though in a couple days, so it's coming back. I didn't even shave my head either. I have to shave. I'll probably shave my head. I don't know. I might just hold off. No one sent me any free razors actually. So that was the whole thing, Benji. On that video I said, hey, there's not gonna be a live stream tonight, and this is why. So I explained why I did this to my face. So now we're gonna hold you to going back to see why I did that to my face, or why I did this to my face. Oh, I'm gonna be hurting. Whew. Whew. Goodness. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, Roosevelt. Nice to meet you too, sir. Ribs video coming Saturday. Didn't remember any scored though between the ribs. Never knew there was. Never knew was there when you ate them. Well, uh, oh, I guess Chuck talking about shortcuts. I don't take shortcuts when it comes to ribs, with the exception of beef ribs. And the only reason you leave the membrane on beef ribs is because if you take the membrane off of the beef ribs or the silver skin membrane, however you want to call it, in my opinion, the beef ribs will fall completely apart. If you leave the membrane on, you can pull the bone out of the beef ribs, and that'll make it easier to cut them up. All right, Andy, or excuse me, Andrew. I don't want to call you Andy if you're Andrew. So, Andrew, if you go back into any of my latest videos, just scroll down into the description. I have a link for what camera I use. It's a Sony. Conveniently have it on my hip. So you guys sometimes see the videos and you see this pouch. And if the pouch is empty, that usually means I'm using the camera. But if the pouch is not empty, I am a firm believer of keeping the camera on me at all times. So this is my everyday carry. This is my everyday carry camera. This is my everyday everyday carry knife. Okay, you know we have it's a rather inexpensive DeWalt knife. Again, I told you guys before I have a friend who works for DeWalt, so I get to hook up. But so this is the camera. It's a Sony CyberShot. It is a DSC, so Delta Sierra Charlie, HX, so Hotel X-Ray, 90V as in victory. No, I did not build Bessie, Bessie, Bessie. Joe Coleman, how you doing this evening? No, so I'll allow it. You're new here. You call that a knife? But so I did not build Bessie. I got Bessie from no worries. From Kirk in Front Royal. We've talked about Kirk plenty of times on the channel. Kirk is the guy who built that smoker. I actually had some 275 gallon drums and I was looking for inspiration or like direction. I found his channel and we got to talking about other things and barbecue, and we became fast friends. So he actually asked me, he's like, hey, you know, this smoker's a little too big for me. Would you be interested in it? And I'm like, maybe if the price is right. No, Kirk's not back, unfortunately, Eric. Unfortunately, I actually need to hit up Kirk and check on him. I haven't talked to him. I talked to him. I guess I talked to him right before Christmas. That was the last time I talked to him. I usually hit him up once every month or two just to say hi. Sorry, my belt was. Sometimes your belt buckle just gets you, makes you uncomfortable. Yeah, that's me right now. It's a little too tight. All right. So I was trying to talk to you about shortcuts. So, to me, pulling off the membrane on baby back ribs is a must. That will help you to cut them evenly and neatly. I saw somebody today on Instagram. He posted a picture of some ribs that he cut up, and looking at the picture, Kirk is definitely he's a master fabricator, not even just a master welder. He's a master fabricator. But you could tell the knife that they were using to cut these ribs up was dull because the meat was just being pushed apart as opposed to actually being cut. So, yeah, Larry, I totally agree. Kirk definitely made some nice smokers. So I wanted to talk to you guys about shortcuts. So what are some of the shortcuts you guys do? Some of the shortcuts you guys take to, make things more efficient, or to, the Phoenix was pretty nice. And I don't know if you saw it on Instagram but in the video where I picked up Bernadette, we took a moment and we looked at the Phoenix, and it was that's phenomenal. Like phenomenal. It's a phoenix that's phenomenal. Uh, George, you better believe it. Better believe it, buddy. Um, Honestly, I had gone out with my wife, and then I came back in the house, and I just never took my hat off. Brandon, how you doing, man? Oh, I tell you, cutting an inch or two of hair off of your face does wonders for your figure. I'm telling you. I've got more people come up to me and tell me or realize that I've lost weight. Now, mind you, I've lost the majority of weight that I lost like towards the tail end of last year. And seeing people, like even today, I had somebody at work. She said, "You losing weight?" I said, "I lost a couple pounds." She's like, "No, I can see it." You see the lack of hair on my face. That's what that is. uh, man. Look like a transformer. Don't encourage him, George. He doesn't. I don't need encouragement. Hey, Ken, I can show you the Jigglypuff. The Jiggly. I'm by no means a skinny cook. Oh yeah. Heard in Memphis they parboil the ribs and then grill them. Anybody here try that before? Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey Jack, how you doing? Jack, I don't believe you anymore. I don't believe you anymore, man. Hey, Betty, how you doing? Hopefully everything is good. Just pop them and tell them to stop talking about you guys eat cigarettes, because I don't believe them. A cater of 75 people. That's what's up, man. Brandon, Rich, what's going on? How you doing? Don't do it. Don't ruin ribs like that. Exactly. That's why I sport. Oh, so people can not notice when you lose weight or notice that you lost weight. What's up, Manny? How you doing, yo? You bringing something through my way soon? I hear a little rod knock is moving south. I know he can't bring all his cars himself. I kind of figured that you might be helping him out. Memphis places cooking hot fast ribs, leave the membrane on, and pull it off. They say it keeps it moist. I don't know about that. Mike Tyson punch out. What? Ooh, boo, boo, do, 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 do. Yo, that's my wheelhouse, man. On the Nintendo. Outdoor fryer. Deer cube steak and fried catfish. Brandon, I'm not sure. I think I did. I saw somebody got one recently. It might have been yours. Barbecue, booze, and a whole lot of ego in here. Hopefully the ego is not me. I try not to be Manny. Say no more. But just an observation. Ken, how are you doing this evening? Ken, where are you from? Where do you live? Golly. Ken, Brandon's in South Carolina. So by the time you get there, I'm sure he will have sold out or cleaned up, and you might not necessarily get there. Hold up. The design of this outdoor fryer is Vide at the bottom. The oil above the element gets to 350, 375, and everything below stays at 100. Doesn't burn your grease, and you can use it over and over again. I use my grease over and over again. Like if I fry turkey, to me the key to using grease over and over is to make sure the grease is clean, so that the particulates don't burn. The oil doesn't burn. It's the particulates in the oil that burns, and that's what gives you horrible flavor. Now, one of the things that I think that you can do to help remove some of that flavor is to fry potatoes. So French fries. So you cook a batch or two of whatever it is you're cooking, and then you cook a batch or two of French fries, and that'll take some of that burnt taste and that rancidness out of your oil, and then you cook a batch or two, whatever it is you're cooking, and then again you just cycle potatoes in there and help you clean stuff out. Larry, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, yep, sure do. Ken, sure do. Hey, Eric, he's new here. You're not. He gets a pass. You don't. Ken said he drives fast. GW Lanning, how you doing this evening? Chuck, yeah, man, I've been trying to post more stuff on Instagram. I feel like I post something and then it goes like 6 or 7 days and I don't post something. So I don't post not for a lack of not doing things. I don't post because I sometimes don't necessarily want to draw the wrong attention. Hopefully you guys understand that. And by that, if I'm cooking for a catering event and I don't have anything extra, when I started my Instagram account, I was posting pictures of food to say that I had stuff for sale. So now I don't usually have anything extra for sale, and because I don't have anything extra for sale, I feel bad when I post stuff to Instagram and I'm more or less teasing everyone. So that's why I refrain from posting. I'm like, that saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's kind of how I feel about posting on Instagram. If I don't have anything for sale, I don't post anything at all. Nice. Yep, that is definitely a nice way to keep it below the smoke point. Hey, Dog Father Barbecue, what's going on with you, man? Hold on a second. I always feel like I need to do this. I just want the camera to be crisp. I'm using my phone, so of course, yep, definitely a nice way to keep it below the smoke point. Agree with you. Point dash particulate, do import flavor and oil. Yep, you can burn the oil if you heat it too hot. I've done that before cooking turkeys. Definitely done that before. I'm sorry, Luke Calamadas. How you doing this evening? Oh man, GW Landon, thank you so very much. What does the GW stand for? I try to remember folks' names. Tom, I strain my oil through coffee filters, honestly enough. Only shortcut is taking keeping my food preheated for long cooks. Oh, my wood preheated. Yeah. All right, George, I'll take that. Am I looking for any barbecue equipment? Okay, I'll bite. What kind of barbecue equipment you have? Me looking for barbecue equipment and me being able to buy barbecue equipment are two different things. Just saying. You know what? Chris from Cutting Board Smokers, to be completely honest with you, I still try not to turn down first time customers. Though, yeah, I didn't make as much profit as I could have. When I got to the guy's house, and I didn't say this when I got to the guy's house, and he told me when he placed the order, I asked him how he heard about me and everything like that, and, the usual questions. And I asked him, where he was from, and he told me he's from Texas, and I said, okay, no pressure. And I said, well, where specifically in Texas are you from? And he said, Houston. I said, oh, all right, I'm cool. No worries. So when I got to his house, the thing that I wanted to make sure that I impressed him with was the brisket. Because to me, the pulled pork is just like, man. The ribs, yeah, man. The chicken, man. But the brisket, if I get that man some brisket, guess what? He'll buy brisket and then he'll buy the other stuff just cuz. Just cuz. So I wanted to really wow him with the brisket. So when I got there, I took the food out of the Cambro, was putting things around his kitchen. And I mean, older gentleman, this guy had to be in his 70s, at least in the 70s. And I said, all right, look, this is why I'm here. I opened up the brisket and I said, go ahead and dig in there. And he took a piece of the brisket and he said, oh yeah, we ain't got no problems. So that was what I was trying to do. So Chris, in the beginning and when you're trying to win over new customers, I mean, I know I didn't make nearly as much profit as I would have liked to have, but to make up for it, I sold. So I got a very small brisket. Then I sold the other half of the brisket to a longtime customer, and he hit me up like, "Yo, I see you got a fire. You got brisket," and that right there just means I don't have to sell it. So I'll be completely honest with you guys. So the guy that ordered the food for New Year's Eve, he spent about $150, $160 all told with delivery, tax, and everything. From that $150, $160, the guy that bought the other 2.5 pounds of brisket, he brought me $40, and that took care of the cost of everything that I cooked. So did I make a lot of money on it? No. Did I make some money on it? Yes. And I did say in the video that the ribs were small. So I got the ribs at a not a discount price, but I didn't pay nearly as much. I paid about half price for the ribs. So as opposed to me just taking the 2 racks and then having a rack for my family, I gave him 3. So I gave him a little extra, so he's happy with that. I know it. And then the chicken, I still have one of the chickens in the freezer upstairs, so I'll be cooking that for my family. So, or I'll sell it off. Again, I haven't lost money on that. And if I feed my family with some of the profits that I'm losing, I'm okay with that. And then the pulled pork I ended up keeping and using for the party we had for New Year's Eve for myself. So again, eating up my profits, my family ate up my profits, but I don't mind that. All right. Greg, all right. GW Lanning is Greg. Or is it G Lanning? I don't know. Lou, how you doing, man? Finally got a new camera. Went with the Canon. Yo, if all right, everybody do me a favor. I know, and I'm pretty good at people looking at people's stats and other things like that. Da, da, da. The Dog Father Barbecue. Everyone, take a moment, go out to his channel, subscribe to his channel. Quality content. Quality content. Last time I checked, he had 49 subscribers. Let's get him up to 100. I don't know where Torgie's been. Torgie, where are you? But Torgie, wintertime, I understand not being able to go outside and build a smoker. So we'll give him a pass. But Torgie was the last channel I shouted out like big and heavy. Also, because Rich talked about my channel, so it's only fair I talk about Rich's channel. But I'm going to be doing a separate, shout out channel, shout out video, and talking about folks' channels and like providing links to the channels because Rich's channel is different. Rich goes to like train stations near him, and it's just cool seeing a train fly through the station and get on the air horn in the train station. This is, I mean, this like visceral little kid stuff. When you ride down the highway and you pull a horn, looking at a big rig, and you want them to honk the horn, and you're like, yeah. That's what I'm all about it. Like big noise, big noise, big noise. And he also goes around and checks out like abandoned properties and things like that. Some of the stuff he finds is just crazy, 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 crazy. So definitely go check out Rich Discoveries. Discoveries. He's discovering things that have been abandoned, and it's more or less like a historical record, if you will. All right, Jamal. Well, actually, Jamal, if you could send me a DM, I would definitely try to follow up. Yep, that's exactly it, Dogfather. Brisket is religion. So you just prep the brisket, spices and all. I talk slowly. That way I don't write things down. So I prepared the brisket with a little bit of read between the lines. All right. I don't tell you my recipes and things like that. You gotta figure that out for yourself. I was ball valve. You can drain the grease back into bottles. The sludge stays in the bottom of the V, which is below the drain. Lets everything settle. Dude, Brandon, that sounds pretty dope. How long did this, Roosevelt says, how long did it take to establish my clientele? To be completely honest with you, it is January 9th, 2019. I officially launched my business January 1st, 2014. So you figure for that first year, I did it part-time. In 2015, at the end of 2014, I got laid off, and I had enough customers, enough clientele to pretty much run my business for the next year and a half without having to take any sort of loans or anything like that. It was self-sustaining. So, I mean, if you look back at my Instagram followers, you could kind of see how and or when I built my clientele. But a lot of the people that I got from Instagram were like one and done, or like a lot of people in Baltimore don't know what barbecue really is. So when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna barbecue some chicken," they're talking about somebody cooking some chicken in the oven with barbecue sauce. That's not barbecue chicken. So when they had real smoked chicken and you see the smoke rings and it's pink inside, and some people didn't like that. And I mean, it is what it is. All right. That dog father towns fight best brisket more than ah, nah. Rich, I actually want to get a wood burning, excuse me, an oil burning heater. I really want to. I've done some research on oil burning because I have oil from my cars, from my wife's vehicles, from you know. I mean, you guys see, I have a lot of used motor oil. I would like to. Tom, so completely honest with you, the pork cushion tasted the same, but my wife said it was a little drier than the shoulder. First time. All right. Wallace, what's going on, man? Thank you very much. Chuck, you're absolutely right. I gotta feed them one way or the other. Either I'm making a profit and you can buy the food or saving a couple dollars. All right. So, Lou, pork cushion. Let's see. Google. And pork. Pork cushion meat. What is pork cushion? So I'm gonna give you guys or find out. So it says know it immediately. Pork is one of the most popular meats. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. A pork cushion meat is a deboned piece cut from the large muscle of the picnic shoulder. It is a well lean cut with a tremendous taste that is best cooked. That is best cooked recipe. Furthermore, pork cushion meat comes in various shape and size, relying on how you can cut it. Da, da, da. Basically, it says in other words, pork cushion meat comes from a pork shoulder picnic, which is cost effective, but it contains more fat than other cuts. A bone and fat are trimmed, cooked, which is a rich, tasty piece of meat. So it tastes the same. I mean, to be completely honest, my wife said that it tasted the same. It was just drier, and I believe it was drier because of the fact that it was leaner, and they took the fat off of it. Yep. So J Rotary, definitely check out Tom's videos. He's only got a couple, but give him some time and he will get some more up there, right, Tom? Yes. John Owens, how you doing? Yes, Eric, thank you so very much for welcoming John to the channel. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, definitely. All right, so Chuck says he's got 2 Canon HFR 800s. Sub Jade Rotary says he subbed almost everybody in here. Well, Cornelius, that's what's up. And I'm glad to hear that you're learning a lot from my videos. The whole thing is, I will tell you, and I used to teach computers. And what I used to tell folks, or to tell my guys when they came into the room, I said, you bought a book. The book will help you pass the test. I will help you get a job by actually teaching you real world stuff. So I don't talk to you about recipes. I don't do that. I talk to you about the preparation. I talked to you about different things that, hey, I had hiccup. This is what I did. This is how I fixed it. This is what I screwed up on. This is how I fixed it. So those real life pieces, those real life nuggets to me are better than anything you can look in a cookbook and get a recipe for. To me. Well, that's what's up, man. Wallace, thank you so very much again. First time in any live stream, been watching your videos all week. Todd, that's what's up, man. Hopefully you're liking what you're seeing. Hopefully you're learning something. Hopefully you're picking up on stuff. No worries, Rich, man. I appreciate you. I don't agree with injecting meat before smoking it, Larry, man. I don't inject anything, man. I am a keep it simple type dude. I don't inject stuff. I don't marinate stuff for long periods of time. I season, I smoke. Season, smoke. Start my smoker. While the smoker's coming up to temperature, I season my meat. I smoke it. That's it. Jamal, thank you so very much. Eric says, I'm a good guy. I was waiting for that. Somehow I knew that was where that was going. 4J's, man, was good. Texas definitely is in the building. Any dishes you would share with us that isn't barbecue or grill related? Next best thing, I think I have talked about different things. Like, so a few of you guys have taken the time to send me a couple different seasonings. So, my man John from Tampa, he sent or had Cosmos send out some seasonings. And if you guys saw, so how many of you guys are following me on Instagram? Just, comment all right, down below for Instagram. I did some leg quarters. So one of you guys asked me about leg quarters recently, and my wife also asked me about leg quarters, and I was like, I don't cook them because I don't like them, but I don't mind cooking them for you. So she was excited. I cooked some leg quarters, and she didn't like them. And what it was I used one of the Cosmos seasonings, and she said it didn't taste like anything. So, I mean, it was I can't remember. Oh, wait. I still have it sitting out. It was the sweet honey pecan or pecan seasoning, and I like liberal coat all over this chicken, and she wasn't feeling it. Oh, Eric, I'm about to take that thing away from you. Sure, we can give you a ton of dishes to try with the cooking passion. Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. Like, you guys realize I cook, and if I haven't made mention of this before, I go into work early. So the way my wife and I work it out is whoever's home first or whoever is home cooks dinner. So because of the fact that I'm home first most days of the week, I get to cook. So because I'm cooking, that's when I usually use one of the grills around the house, or I will show you what I'm cooking in the house, or things like that. So that's typically where my videos come from. One of you guys asked me last week, like, do I have plans? I don't plan stuff out. I go into the market. If I find something on sale, I'll buy it, bring it home, and I like play what's the Iron Chef or something like that, and here's your secret ingredient, and I find other things around the house. All right. My Instagram name is Steel Drum Smokers, and again, it's Steel STEEL Drum DRUM Smokers SMOKERS. Oh my gosh, man, I'm getting old. I got a bit of indigestion. This is crazy. Smoked chicken for the first time. Get freaked out. Definitely do. Oh my goodness, I am behind in the comments. Let me try to catch up. Yeah, he was a little late. Can you cut chops from pork cushion? So to be completely honest, Tom, the pork cushion to me was like a pork loin, but where the loin is more tubular, the cushion was more like a eye round. So it was a bigger piece. The cushion was like a bigger piece like this, where the loin is more like it. But because there's not as much fat, I feel like they would cook similarly. Yeah, I know, Ken. I agree. No problem. All right. Yep. No, Brandon, I did not make a video on the smoked mac and cheese. It was one of those things where it's kind of on a whim, and I was like, it'll take me like 2 or 3 times as long to cook it if I pull out video. But I do have some macaroni still in the refrigerator from last week. Maybe I can do something this weekend. Uh, all right, so Wallace, shoot, was it Wallace? I think you said your name was Wallace. Wallace says, in layman's terms, what's the difference between grilling and smoking? Grilling is cooking food hot and fast, directly over heat. Smoking is cooking food indirectly over, indirectly in a smoker or in a vessel. Let's call it a vessel because they're not always smokers, but cooking them indirectly with a lower and slower heat. Barbecue, in my opinion, is actually not necessarily the methodology of cooking, but the gathering around it. That's always how I separated those three terms. Short between the keyboard and the floor, certified, but not qualified. All right, one job is better than the book. Too bad. I like the chops. One of the guys here in Austin was profiled in the news today for his YouTube channel, 100,000 subscribers. He's at 145 now. He does good stuff too. Guys like him are a pinnacle. That's what's up. Who's the guy in Austin? Was that the mad scientist barbecue dude? Ken, I agree with that. Costco cuts pork chops and things as well. Alright, so you guys are following me on Instagram. I'm sorry. I am Roosevelt. You know what's crazy? I was going to Dogfather, I looked at the It's Incredible seasoning and I chose the Cosmos because I haven't done anything with it in a while. But next best thing, thank you so very much again for sending out the seasoning. And I haven't forgotten about it. Dexter, man, what's going on? I'm not even going to acknowledge the rest of that sentence there. Sweet honey pecan is best for fish. And that Dirty Bird is bomb. I agree. I like the Dirty Bird, definitely. No worries, Eric. Don't let it go to your head though. All right, Todd, that's what's up. Ritz Crackers works for it. Yeah. Oh gosh, I got some apple cider vinegar. I might have to get some in a second. Hey, J Rotary, I get it, man. Sweet hot dill pickles for barbecue. Tom sent me some pickle seasoning. Smoking Bears, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm old, but you're watching. Donald, I appreciate that. So there are 42 of you guys on the live stream. There were, it was up to 50 some odd a while ago. Maybe I was boring folks and we're not talking about, yeah, peak was 55 folks. maybe we're not talking about shortcuts as fast as people would like. I'm sorry. Is that from New Zealand? Goodness gracious. Jody, dude, the pound. Afternoon from New Man, that's what's up. Sure enough, today's live is moving. Love it in first line. All right, holy smoke, holy smokes! Like, of course, you know, it's. I'm sorry, that's just me. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you were able to catch the live stream. No worries. I'm pretty sure you said your name was Wallace. If it's not Wallace, it's Bimp 36919. Is 36919 is the area code or like or zip code rather? Cooking on the stove top versus the oven. All right, yo, Chuck. You know what? That is a very. But then again, you can cook hot and fast in the oven. Yeah, I don't know. That one is not. Yeah. All right. Jay Rotary says he wants to see a Dr. Pepper video on my channel. Ah. I knew I had something in the refrigerator. I didn't remember it was Diet A&W. So darn. I guess I will have to actually get some Dr. Pepper. All right. I love Bessie too. Cook that hot and fast in the smoker. Yeah, Chuck, I know. Zip code in Tampa. Wallace, all right. So I just try to make sure that I remember some of you guys' names. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't remember everyone's names. I try. Some of you guys remember I was on a cruise a few weeks ago, and my wife was amazed at how many people I met and knew after only like the second or third day on the cruise. I met one of you guys. So oh my gosh, I can't remember it was Ida, I'm pretty sure she said her name was. But Ida lives right near me, and she saw me in a restaurant depot last Saturday. So what was crazy is when I was doing the video or no, it was last Sunday. When I was doing a video for the New Year's Eve cook, when I said that we ran errands, I actually bumped into her at the restaurant depot, and she comments on videos, she comes in the videos, she's on the live streams every now and again, and I thought that she was from the username. I thought it was a guy, so I said that to her. But I'm the same person in person as I am on these live streams and on the videos. All right. Oh, Lou, dude, boom! I mean, there we go, right there. Like, which is crazy. So I told, and it was funny because when she looked over and she looked at me, and I guess it was because I shaved my face. She looks at me and she says, like, you know how you can see someone is like, it's not staring, but they were looking at. She was looking at me harder than normal, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm wearing dirty pants because I'm like cooking at the smoker, and like I put on a hoodie, so I didn't have on like my work shirt, but I'm just like. I'm I'm kind of dirty right now. So she's looking, and she's like, I'm like, hi. And she's like, man, you look familiar. And I'm like, I don't know why. I said, I've been told I have a familiar face. And she said, that's where I know you from. That's where you know me from? Like, do tell. She said, your voice. She said, as soon as you open your mouth, now I know where I know you from. I'm like, okay, where's that? She says, YouTube. She said, man, I'm the one that lived down the street, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, we started talking back and forth. And we're like a register apart or two. We started talking back and forth. And I mean, you know, and you know, after about 5 minutes, I'm the same person on YouTube as I am, you know, in person. She's like, I agree, you are. So then I formally shook her hand and introduced myself using my government name and not my nickname. But I mean, what's crazy is, I like after that I counted in 4 or 5 years I've been recognized by about 4 or 5 different people. Um, so Lou, to answer your question, yes, but few and far between. All right, so Ken says, whoa, 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 whoa. Armando says, "Hey, found you a couple weeks ago. I already saw all your videos. First time live. Greetings from Guadalajara. Well, bienvenido. For whatever reason, like my Spanish is okay. I cannot say welcome. Like one of the words that I used to have trouble with was limpia parabrisas, which is windshield wipers. I don't know why. I just could not say that word. Limpia parabrisas. So, uh, and I know it's bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. All right. Welcome. All right. Nothing was edible, but it was cooked to a crisp. Ken, oh my gosh. Cooked hot, fast, and sugar for. Fell asleep, and the fire got too hot. Set the grease on the bottom of the fire. Wow, that sucks. Fruit beer float with cognac. Try it sometime. I don't have any cognac handy. I'm more of a vodka and moonshine type of guy. I had to get some Grand Marnier. Barbecue shortcuts, hot and fast is one option. However, if you don't have the good grease drain, I recommend because you run the risk of a grease fire. Wow. Uh, Thank you, Eric. Man, you know I could tell. Just get my barbecue business off the ground here in Michigan. Use your ID for Instagram and get likes. Only been a few weeks now. Holidays. That's what's up. So, Todd, if you haven't already, I'd highly recommend using geographical hashtags. I have it. I have it made. I'm not made, but where I am in Baltimore, the hashtag you use the hashtags not for people to find you, but for you to find people. And when you find people, what you do is you like their pictures, and you liking their pictures, you're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, who the hell is this person? They're gonna come back to your page, and when they get back to your page, you want to make sure that they can see something that will make them want to follow you back and place orders. As soon as they start talking about that dude Lou, great minds, man. This thing's all long, man. J Rotary, I have heard about that law. It's like a whatever it is, dude. That is ridiculous. If you need if that California, there are certain states like I'll be completely honest with you. I know that some of you guys are probably gun guys. I know it. Maryland has some of the strictest concealed carry laws out there. So, J. Rotary, we talking about like modified exhaust. I get it. Um, Maryland again has some of the strangest and wildest concealed carry laws. I am actually currently trying to get a concealed carry, so we're working on that quietly. So you guys, yeah. Michael, thank you so very much, man. I appreciate that. He says, great guy, humble and down to earth. Wish there was more people in the world like me. That's what's up, man. I can be an a-hole at times. Typically, I am an a-hole, but I am certain people's type of a-hole. Hopefully, you understand how you get that. All right, 7, card 1. Definitely. Dorito power! All right. Jeremy Clarkson there. Womp, womp, womp. Raging Bull. Oh boy, you guys are funny. Y'all going in on that man's Dorito. Leave him alone. Manny. Oh, yeah. I would, I'm not all about the show and tell, but so far I have one. I'm working on getting others. We got open carry here in the great nation. You're one of those a seceder, Ken. You know, the great nation of Texas. Austin, how you doing? Howdy, howdy to you too. Hey Lou, thank you so very much, man. Albany, Georgia. I didn't even know there was an Albany in Georgia. That's what's up. Yep, Michael, but I'll tell you what, the advantage is having a business. All right. And William, you know, I make fun of folks' rides too. Uh, Look, I'm a diesel guy. I drive a Volkswagen diesel Passat, and I have my 6 liter. Shoot, I have a 6 liter Ford diesel. You know how much grief I get for having a 6 liter Ford? Oh my gosh. I seen it all. I done heard it all. Brandon, you know what? Good luck with that. Open carry. Woohoo. Part-time paralegal. Help people expunge criminal records. Guess we many of them. Ah, Chuck, I can imagine. Doritos are not for squirrels, man. Doritos are awesome. Man, ankle engines, I like them. I'm an odd engine guy. I like diesels, so yeah. A commuter diesel guy, yep. So William, my 6 liter, maybe eventually down the road. Uh, so Jack, you know what? I gotta check your channel. I have to make sure that da, 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 da. Like, I think I need to check. Jack. That's not Jack. No. I need to. So, Jack, what I need to do is turn the notifications on for your channel. Because sometimes what happens is they just get lost in the sauce. Especially if it's like if you post something. Because I am subscribed. No, I do have the notification bell on. I think, you know what it was? It was 3 weeks ago. It could have been when I was on the cruise ship. That's just why I missed it. Garage tour with this 4-post loader. Yep. I'm going to check your stuff out. Ken, you're still new here. Yo, I watched that video, man. Yo, I'm like, oh my gosh, dog. Yo, I got to, I, my hat goes off to that dude, man. He is coming out with some original content, and he's got the internet buzzing all about him. Yo, like seriously. All right, William. Talking about a Brickport single. Remember the volume bad internet. Drinking too much. Oh yeah, you know. Yeah, Jack. I understand. You know. I didn't drink too much. Quad turbo. I don't know, man. Nice. Yo, Manny. My man has been quiet for 3 weeks. In that 3 weeks, he says that he was getting some stuff together with his Pro 2 stuff. I believe him. He probably been back to Connecticut quietly, went to see his family, of course his mom's, his brother. He back out in Washington now, right? Him and Chow probably went back to see their family, hung out, did whatever. Under the radar. Under the radar. Now he's back out in Washington. He's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put 4 turbos on a, what is it, Mazda, a Protege or something? I guarantee in 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, that'll have 1.5 million views. 1.5 million views. You know why? Because it's like so dumb. It's genius. Like genius. Because it's like, nah, this can't work. This can't work. This can't work. Then you watch it and you're like, wow. I know I have a KO3 in my garage. I'm like, I would love to do something with it. I just don't know what to do with it. 83 Silverado. Naturally aspirated, not normally, Chuck. Naturally aspirated. 4 barrel and a 305. Nice. Dude, Manny. I mean, I give credit where credit is due. Orion is smart. Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, go get it, man. Traveling brothers. Brandon, I mean, I travel. What exactly do you mean by traveling? So, I kind of meant to talk about or wanted to talk about shortcuts. All right, Brandon. Lost me there. Jeeps, easy to work on. Can go anywhere. Let the speed fix back from every days. Man, can't forget that. Ah, shoot. I'm just because I got, just because you get older doesn't mean you have to grow up. That's how I feel. Put a four rotor in a Corvette. Goodness gracious. No, sir, Chuck. I will not be boiling that. Oh, man. Mr. Iowa Hawks. Are you saying I'm your favorite man in barbecue? Nah, man. There's better cats out there than me. I'm just a regular old dude. Hey, I am a big baby. Only type of boiling meat that I do is like if I'm making some sausage or something. Oh man, that's what's up, Mr. Iowa Hawks. I appreciate that. That makes me feel good, man. Like no BS. Like seriously, you guys, I I put some serious time and effort into these videos, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys watch them. Rolls Royce made a four rotor diesel rotary. It's like redundant. Was it who was it that had a? Was it Rolls Royce? I remember watching a video recently about a diesel engine that was like mad efficient, but it didn't go anywhere. Oh, all right, Brandon. Yep, I knew it was. I didn't want to talk about my pay grade there. Put my toys up instead of slam down on the ground. Can I understand completely? There's a guy in my close circle of friends who's a Jeep guy. We give him so much grief because he has a four-door Wrangler. We give him so much grief. Boiled meat just doesn't sound right. If you bust a Jeep oil pan, it's a different problem. Well, usually those oil pans are steel, so it's a lot harder to bust them up. And hopefully you have uh hopefully you have a skid plate. So you have a four-door and a two-door and a Cherokee and a Grand Cherokee. Goodness gracious, you are a Jeep guy. I thought I was bad. At one point I had three Volkswagens. Or two. Hey William, don't choose your next words wisely. Don't talk about my slammed Volkswagens now. I am a dubber through and through. I just won't take it as far as getting some other brands, tattooed on me. Like I know plenty. I have plenty of spare oil pans. See, you sound like a lower car guy now. Shoot. But I have plenty of friends that have Volkswagen tattoos. I'm just Wow. All right. First car was a 2-point slow. Shoot, I had one of those. I did the head gasket on it. Shoot, I got the car for free. I spent money to get the cooling system right because the cooling system had those composite or plastic journals and stuff. And then fixed that, and then it was holding water. Once I realized it was holding water, I found out the head gasket was blown. My wife bought me a head gasket kit for it for my birthday a few years ago, like let's read 5 or 6 years ago. And then I had a head gasket party in my garage where my friends came over and we did the head gasket on it. And then the car sat for like another 5 years. Um, once I finally decided, all right, you know what, I'm gonna sell it. So then I sold it to a guy. It was his first car. I kind of felt bad selling it to him because it needed work, but he was amped to buy this car, and he gave me $400, $500 for the car, and I was happy. It's out of my driveway. The whole thing was, when I got Vanna, I had to sell the Jetta. So that was all part of me selling the Jetta. JKU rolling 35 until May. We're going forward. All right. That's what's up, Ken. My buddy has got some. Ken, you said you live in Dallas or Houston, Dallas, I guess. So yeah, my buddy. I don't know if you come out this way. There's a big Jeep Week in Ocean City, Maryland. Uh, but my buddy, he's big into it, like because he's got a place out there. It's just a lot of bucket meat and chili, stews, braised beef, all kinds of soups. But Chuck, I'm not holding it against you. Cold feet. My first car was Volkswagen Scirocco. Man, I wish I was in the Volkswagens back then. Some of my friends that have been into Volkswagens, like from their parents, have gotten them into Volkswagens. I actually accidentally got into Volkswagens because I wanted a diesel. I wanted a diesel so bad because on TV I saw on on it was Extreme 4x4 at that point with oh my gosh, Ian and Jesse Combs, and Ian, I can't remember his last name, but they took a Suzuki Samurai and they swapped it out. Gosh, it's indigestion. I'm getting old. They swapped it out for it, and they swapped a diesel engine in it, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. And they were talking about how it could run on peanut oil and things like that. So I started doing research on it. I went to a dealership, and they had it was an OBS, so original body style Ford. It was a crew cab, long bed, dually, and I'm like, I needed a car, so I was like, I would love to drive this, but I couldn't daily it. There was no way I was gonna be able to daily that truck. It was like a mid '80s truck. I'd have had it. It'd have fallen apart on me. So I didn't get the truck, but then the guy started letting me test drive other things. And then before I was done, after the second or third car I drove, I'm like, I'm not feeling it, not feeling it. He said, wait a minute, you wanted a diesel, right? I'm like, yep. He said, we have this diesel Jetta. I'm like, okay. He said, we haven't even put it on the website yet. It's that they just finished cleaning it up. Do you want to go see it? I'm like, it's a diesel? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I got in this Jetta, and the Jetta, I nicknamed the Jetta the Mistress. No, not nickname. That was her name. And I spent more time in that car than I did with my wife. That's how much I drove that car. I bought the car with 99,100 miles on it. When I gave it to my brother, it had 264,000 miles on it. I drove that car everywhere and nowhere. I just drove the car a lot. So yeah, I fell into Volkswagens, definitely. I know. Jack, don't do that, man. I tried to like warn him, and he was adamant about it. It needed work because it had been sitting. It was a solid car. Volkswagens are solid, and the major issue with it was the fact that the head gasket had been replaced. I really think that the problem with the car was the timing was off one tooth. I think that was the issue, but you jumped it. Car started right up. I put a decent battery in it. Yeah, that was it. Hey Todd, thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Foil, butcher paper. So Larry, I use aluminum pans and foil so that I can capture all of those juices. With the butcher paper, it kind of the juices, the au jus seeps out. Excuse me. God, these guys pulled the doors off about 4 days ago. That's what's up. Man, I don't know. Manny, I used to watch the same shows on Saturday as I did on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? The power block, and now it's something different, and then now velocity is now motor trend, and oh my gosh, Manny. Yo, when you coming down this way so we can sit and talk about this stuff over beer? Like, for real. We need to go and talk. Ken, I hear you, man. He said Scirocco would go 10 miles before he had to take the fuel filter out. Chuck says his first car was a 66 Country Squire station wagon. 352, not 351. I grew up with the whole CCs, so 351. Wait, he said a 352 Windsor, not a 351. Huh. Now, I do know what a 351 Windsor is. Sammy, diesel. Yeah. Sure enough, man, a Samurai diesel. That's what's up. I had a friend back in the day that had an Escort GT. Yo, his Escort GT wasn't just an Escort GT. He had a Cosworth Escort. Yo, that joint was bad. It was bad. He used to clean up on the streets because people didn't know what it was. Django, go to bed. Don't make me say it again. Smoking Bears, man. Thank you so very much. Yep, Jack. I mean, I wanted to sell the car to the guy, obviously, because I wanted to sell the car, but I wasn't trying. Like, I'm a firm believer in karma, and he was hell bent on buying this car. And baby, my uncles had them. J Rotary, you not the profile or anything. You Mexican, Puerto Rican, what is it? First smoker, New Braunfels, first smoker, Hondo. So, bonus points because I know where New Braunfels is. And how about Schlitterbahn? Yeah, buddy. Never been there. Like, never been. Yeah. 351 is the Cleveland. 352 is the Weasel. Nah, I thought it was a 351 Windsor because, like, Mustangs back in the day came with 351 Windsors. I don't know. Typhoon. Oh, hell yeah, I remember the Typhoon. Souped up Pro GT. Didn't know. Shoot. Dude, I used to drive past a Typhoon. Not drive past. I used to walk past it back in mid 90s. Because I think the Typhoon was like 91, 92. And there was a guy, man. I vividly remember I used to walk past his house every day, twice a day, and it's like his dad bought the truck, and the truck just sat and rotted. Like it was on the. I could take you to the street right now in Philadelphia where this truck was, and it was the I can't remember if it was the Cyclone or the Typhoon. So one of them was the Jimmy, which was the SUV, and the other was the pickup truck, and I can't remember the difference. Aside from the name. But he had the pickup truck, the Jimmy, and man, that John just sat. Yeah, all right. Django, don't get yourself in trouble. Huh. 63 buck wagon, soft slide back sunroof, and one cylinder engine. Yep. And the truck for here will run you out. Man, I wish I had one of those too, though I probably couldn't fit in it. Hey, Larry, thank you so very much. I appreciate that, man. I trust me, I understand. He said the boss giving him stink eye. Mm. All right, well, okay, well, thank you, dog father. I appreciate that. Like I tell you what, I know that there are the differences between the Blazer and the truck, but I can't remember the difference between them. Like the my goodness, my sister-in-law has a Challenger or a Charger. I know the difference between the two, and I try to remember, but she has one or the other. She's got the big body one. I think the Challenger is smaller and the Charger is bigger because I don't know. I can't keep them apart. Like the AE86 and the 86 and the oh my gosh, the Subaru. I can't tell them apart. I know which one is one, but yeah, I can't do it. Jack says the 352 is not a Windsor. Ask him how he knows. Let's ask him. How do you know, Jack? Let's mute my friends for an hour. Hey, Eric, thank you so very much, man, for hanging out. Uh, Ken, you are absolutely correct. Do you know how much time I sit and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait patiently for my food to finish? Oh my goodness, man. That's why every now and again on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, I will fire up a live stream. And though I might not be drinking like I'm drinking now, we're definitely going to have good conversation and we'll talk about who's cooking what and things like that. Golden SR20, man. I'm a diesel guy, man. I want one of those. You know that diesel Trevor got from Motion Auto? Yes. I'm about that life. Ken, there are shortcuts. They're just not necessarily considered shortcuts to the layman. But like me, I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm taking off my boots right now. I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about the fact that I will bring food and finish food in the oven. To me, that's a shortcut. But uh, what's the difference between a Cleveland and a Windsor? Google. What's the CLE? What's the difference between a Cleveland and a Windsor? Okay. All right, you guys ready for this? All right. What's the difference between a Ford 351 Windsor Cleveland or modified engine? Engines are often identified by their displacement. Chevy Mopar 450, but space alone. 351 refers to the engine size, but essentially three major versions of the Ford 351. The Windsor, the Cleveland, or the Modified. Officially, Ford never called the engines 450, 351, 450M, 351M. Slang designation, blah, blah, blah. Alright, what version you have is very important to know because the major parts from the engine are not interchangeable. To clear up any confusion, to help you avoid buying the wrong parts, here's a quick rundown. The 351 Windsor. So, Alright, so the 351 Windsor is named for the factory in Windsor, Ontario that produced them. It is part of the long-running Ford small block Windsor V8 family, which also includes the venerable Ford 302, which is the 5-liter. I thought the 305 was a 5-liter, but maybe not. It shares the same small block V8 bell housing pattern and motor mounts of the August 64 Plus Windsor engines. The key difference from the other Windsor engines is the taller deck height, unique firing order, and longer stroke. It's far more common at a 351 Cleveland, and though it doesn't have the high performance or aura as its 351C counterpart, there's plenty of aftermarket support. The engine builders and hot rodders have no problem pulling gobs of horsepower. Blah, blah, blah. I guess, yep, the 351 was C, or Cleveland, was built in Ohio. All right. So I think it seems to be a location thing. The 351C was built in Ford's Cleveland, Ohio factory as part of the Ford's 335 engine family. Back in the day, the 351C was considered the go-to Ford performance engine thanks to the better flowing cylinder heads and stronger crankshaft. So I guess there we have our difference. Pelican Lodge fan. I have Lodge stuff. I don't know if it was Pelican Lodge. But so there, I guess the difference, there is the difference. Different heads and, excuse me, different cranks. All right. Enough research for one night. Wow, Ken. Okay. I missed that joke because I was reading, but are you? Are you? Are you? Gosh, you guys go crazy in the comments sometimes. I'm just saying. Because I sat close to the phone. Why are you still up at a 10:18? Do you want to lose privileges and lose your phone? Do you? Do you? Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? Uh-huh. Don't laugh at him. He about to get in trouble. Cause I gotta get him up in the morning. Oh man, this my wife likes when I wear my hats backwards. So I wear my hat backwards. I am going to put a little more juice in there. William, I'll bite. I don't know. What's the difference? Mm-hmm. Man, yo, he want to be up all day all night, but don't want to get up in the morning? Oh. All right, William. Dad jokes. Oh, Oh my God. Yo, Manny, I made slime with my daughter the other day. I'm not gonna say I'm changed, man, but it was actually fun. Like she had a good time doing it, so yeah. But that stuff just feels nasty, like nasty. Yeah, we made some a crusty bus station, and one is a crusty or a busty crustacean. You're pressing your luck, answering these questions. You need to be doing your homework and or going to bed. That's strike two. Wow. Dude, I am. Ken, holy cow, no way. Good night, Django. Good night. Good job. Good night. No, I like Kirk. What's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, Kirk, you know what I need from you? I need a cornbread recipe. Whatever you had in that cornbread that you brought to me, I need that. Like, I need a DM with the cornbread recipe. Ken, that is hilarious. Like, hilarious. Oh, William, I remember copying the comics, man. Forget the newspaper. Alright, so tomorrow, not actually a cook video, and I might put out a video on Saturday. So 2 Saturdays ago, I guess it was, I did the oil change, or I did the brakes on my Passat, and I did the oil change on Vanna. I kind of, not to mess up or throw off the regular video schedule, and more of a, hey, this is an additional video. I figured I'd put those out on Saturdays. So that's why I did the video on the brakes on the Passat for last Saturday. And this Saturday, I'm thinking if I can finish editing the video. I haven't finished editing the video just yet. But if I can, I will put out a video on changing the oil in Vanna, which was, it was a learning experience. Let me just put it that way. I had never changed a vehicle or changed the oil on a vehicle that had the capacity that Vanna has. It was an experience, let me just say. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave you guys like wanting a little bit more. I did buy today some chuck, so I guess um, I'll probably be doing a chuck video, doing the poor man's burnt ends again. Hopefully I can get it right this time. Ken, if you're still doing barbecue, then you have not left your pyro ways. George Russian said he had an Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra 83. Nah, William, it was just the capacity of the oil system is just much bigger than I won't say anticipated, but what I'm used to. Yo, that is so what's up. I gotta grow my bit. Oh, Kirk, man, you the man. You helped me out already. Damn, man, that's what's up. Uh, yo, that's so what's up. You know what's crazy is I've heard people say the same thing. They're like, oh man, hey, I want to tell you about this guy. He does barbecue, blah blah blah. He's in Baltimore. It's like, yo, that dude Dash. Yo, I've heard people say that they know, and it's like, oh, they see one video or two videos and things like that. But that's what's up. Dang. Ah, that is so what's up, man. That makes me feel so good. Barbecue is definitely all about the pyro. Yeah, right? Hey, Wallace, thank you so very much for hanging out. Um, I'm hopefully I can remember your name for next week if you decide to come back. Do not be a stranger. Say what's up in the comments. Like, definitely, I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, I told you guys, or I try to tell you guys that on Wednesdays I want to make sure that I thank you for watching the videos, and if you send me something, I want to make sure I thank you for sending me something. Jimmy, there's a guy in Jimmy in Texas who sent me a cover for the Traeger. He got the PO box incorrect. He put PO box 3226, and the PO box is actually 3236. Um, yeah. So, but the whole thing is the postmaster last week. He's like, "Hey, this box has been sitting here for like a month, um, and it had the wrong PO box on it." He said, "I realized when I saw the name on the box and the number." He said, "I corrected it, so here's your box." And I'm like, "All right, thanks." So I wanted to thank Jimmy for sending out the Traeger cover. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see. Izzy, how you doing, man? Hopefully, I know it's cold out where you are. You're like in the Midwest there. Check out Kevin Barbecue Joints interviews. An interview with Roger Looking from Air Fire Food. So Dogfather, that guy Roger, he's, I don't know, something about him I don't 100% like. I don't know if he's like doing it up for TV or anything like that, but I just think he's a little extra. So I don't necessarily uh like I've seen a Man versus Fire episode or two, but I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta watch all of these things. Like, it just something about him I don't 100% dig it. So no, I haven't seen a video with him. All right, Chuck, do that, man. Ha, man, I'm definitely not fresh and clean. Hold on, let me get a little closer. You can. This is what's today? Wednesday. I think I shaved on Monday morning or Tuesday morning. Man, definitely not fresh and clean anymore. You hear that? 70 today in my place, man. Shoot. Oh, Kirk, yo, the smoking tube for cheese, phenomenal. I will tell you this. I give you a word of warning. When you smoke your cheese, you want to wrap it up. And actually, let me take it a step back. So, take some aluminum foil and put that on your grates. Take your smoking tube and put that on your grate, like off to the side. Then, when you handle your cheese with gloves on. Thank me later, but that cheese will not mold as fast because there's like spores and other things like that. You take that cheese, wrap it up in some cling wrap, saran wrap, and let it sit for 2 weeks. Then you use it. Be careful when you use it because again, if you touch it with your bare hands, it's gonna mold. Like cheese, that's what it does. It gets moldy. So the less you can handle it with your hands, the better. Even using a knife or a grater, if you use a grater, like take a clean knife and cut off that edge and use that and put it back, wrap it back up. The cheese that I did like almost a year ago, it had been sitting in a refrigerator, and because I took so much precaution, um, in using or putting aluminum foil on the grate so it didn't touch the grates directly, using gloves whenever I handled it, wrapping it up pretty tightly. It did not mold until after I used it a time or two. So I usually take the smoking tube and I fill it up, and then I let the smoking tube go. It'll go for 4 to 8 hours, depending on how much pellets or how many pellets I put in there. Nah, you should be fine with one tube, Kirk. I haven't used my amazing tube either in a minute.
Honey, I'm home.
Hey.
Hi.
Chill.
Oh, I had the best time.
Yeah, yo, take your alarm off quickly.
I had the best time.
All right, stop talking.
Oh, I was gonna tell you about it.
Live stream.
Oh, you're in the live stream.
Thank you. Goodness.
Sorry.
So, taste tester number 2. Come on, say hi.
Hi.
One of his friends took him to the Wizards and Sixers game.
Yeah, we lost.
Oh, darn.
We
Thanks.
always lost.
We'll talk about it in the morning. Go to bed. Do you have homework to finish?
Oh, no. I did it all at Joe's house. Well, not at Joe's house, but I did it all.
All right. Good night.
I'm so thirsty. I was yelling so much. Can I get 1 cup of water?
Go ahead.
Well, I get nightmares. Oh, well, I have those macaroni things.
Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Taste tester number 2. Everyone says hello.
Hi.
Nah, my wife is upstairs. She's probably asleep already.
He's definitely asleep.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. The blowtorch definitely, or a
Good night.
Good night, buddy. I'll see you in the morning. Hey, I don't want any problems out of you waking up in the morning. You hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh.
Your
Okay.
money?
Oh yeah. How
I
much?
didn't spend any of it.
Any? Why not?
There's nothing to spend. We were watching the game.
You didn't
how
get
much did
any.
you?
What do you mean? How much did I give you? I gave you $30.
Okay.
Woohoo!
15, 5, 10. I have my own money. That's
So what did you spend your money on?
nothing. But
Creme brulee torch is what I was looking for.
I did get me and Joe Rita's
Oh,
because he
what?
invited me.
All right, that's what's up. Well played. Good job, buddy.
Sure, 30, and then that's my 35. It should all be there. Actually, can I get some fives in there?
Yo, this isn't 30.
Yeah, this isn't it 4 5s?
No, it's not
One
4
time?
5s.
Oh, okay. I have 1 more 5.
Yeah,
Actually, take some of these ones. I don't
I'll take 5 ones.
know these ones. There's only 4.
You smell like outside. Well, give me 5 ones.
There's only 4.
Then give me a 5. That don't compute. If you tell me,
Wait, actually,
that's hilarious, but my wife would not go for that.
can I get some 5s back? I'm trying to keep lower bill. I'm gonna give away this 20 to you.
Okay.
20 for 3 5s. Wait.
Give me the 20.
Yes! Why are you holding the 5 so hard?
Because I want to make sure I get my money. I gave you $30, you give me 30 back. That's fine. The whole thing is this though. You want to keep the bigger bills. Yeah.
So you can flex on the haters?
No, ones is what you flex with. Peculiar brag.
Strange flex, but okay.
Peculiar brag, but I'm cool with it.
Oh, Joe. Oh, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Funny.
Good night, buddy. And then you just Kirk, man, don't encourage him. Definitely don't. Oh man, sorry you guys had to deal with that. That's funny, Ken, but my wife would not go for that at all. So I have smoked cheddar and yeah, just cheddar. I did a bunch of cheeses like a while ago, but the whole thing was I put the cheeses directly on the grates, and I learned my lesson that they mold really quickly. So the last time I did cheeses, I did like a sharp cheddar and a mild cheddar, and they lasted for a very long time. William, don't encourage me. I think I did smoke a mozzarella, and I think the problem was the fact that I put it directly on a grate and it molded. Alright, Dogfather, this is Pepper Jack. And Iron charcoal or two. Alright. Well, I have a smoking tube, so it's not an issue. I just use that. And I have been refraining from using the amazing smoking tube in the Traeger. Yep, that's it, Kurt. Yeah, Izzy, that's funny. Oh, Father, that's what it is here too. And we supposed to get a good amount of snow, like 2 to 6 inches of snow, depending on which way the wind blows. Habanero Jack is great to smoke with pecan or apple. All right. Speaking of which, I actually, damn on what? Consider ambient temperatures too. What temp is recommended? Anything under 90 degrees. Cheese melts at, I think, 85 or 89 degrees. So anything under. Pizza grilling video. Yeah, I've done one. I did one on the Big Green Egg. And to be completely honest, the problem is my wife is not that big of a pizza fan. And so Kirk, if you're going to be selling it or trying to send it off to someone, vacuum seal it. If you're not, then just wrap it in saran wrap and you'll be fine. Ken, I'll take your word for it. Go to the pellet grill for 10, 12 to 17 minutes. I'll take your word for it. I use the pizza stone maybe twice. I have. All right, so I've never used the pellet smoker to turn on to smoke cheese. When I smoked cheese last, I used the charcoal grill, and it was just a vessel. I put the amazing smoking tube in the charcoal grill and put the cheese on the grates, and that was pretty much it. And I filled the tube up, and I think my tube lasts for like 6 to 8 hours. And it was one of those things where I put it in the smoker at about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, or excuse me, in the grill with the amazing smoking tube. Put it in about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then when I woke up the next morning, I took it off and wrapped it up. Like, that was it. Chuck, you'd be surprised how much heat actually gets into the cook chamber. To smoke cheese, you're looking at less than 100 degrees. It's not that simple. Yeah, Chuck, definitely. I agree, but getting a fire rolling in Bessie is just not. I mean, it would have to be like smoldering, low temperature. All right, guys. I am spent here. I have a bit. Oh gosh, I have a bit of the clear here to finish with some juice. So all you need is the tube. That's it. The tube will definitely put out enough smoke for to smoke the cheese, and you'd be amazed. Like what the only problem is the smoke when you smoke the cheese. You have to let this smoke permeate the cheese, and that's what I'm saying. Um, you'll have to wrap it up for like at least 2 weeks. Hey Ken, thank you so very much, man, for hanging out. I look forward to hanging out with you or chatting with you again. Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know. Well, I guess that's Central for you. So 8 p.m. Central, and we can do this again. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I agree. I have a good time hanging out with you guys. And usually by the time this is all said and done, just like now, I'm intoxicated. Uh, Jesse Gomez says, smoke time for cheese is 6 to 8 hours. I just let it roll, man. I have an amazing smoking tube, and I just fill it up, and I get it lit, blow it out, make sure it's smoldering, and that's it. Kirk says, don't miss any videos. All of the cool people are doing it. Hey, definitely. That was one of the things, and I apologize because, you know, uh, getting up this morning at 4:30 and being up, and it's almost 11 o'clock. It's catching up with me, and this. But we're definitely gonna have to do it. I want to do collaboration, like collaborative live videos. My uncle sent me some information on how to get it done, and I want to do it. Yeah. So Manny, I tell you what, look in the description of my videos. I have a Amazon link to the amazing smoking tube. It is an affiliate link, so if you get something, I get like 1 or 2%. So please go ahead and use the link. But like no BS, seriously. The amazing smoking tube. You get the smoking tube, and then you get some pellets. You get the pellets and light the pellets. And for smoking cheese, I think the thing that I like the amazing smoking tube best is for smoking cheese. Definitely. 60-day dry aged brisket video from Sous everything. Nah, some of their stuff I take with a grain of salt too. I don't know. Like now that I have a pellet smoker, I said that I wanted to get a small brisket and actually smoke it for a few hours and then put it in the uh, like a sous vide for a few days. I just don't know if I have that much patience, like to let it run for 4 or 5 days. Seriously, because I don't know. When I saw that video originally, I was like, there is no way. Hell no, there's no way. And I said, you know what? Before I said there's no way, I think I commented and said, when and or if I can do this myself, and if it comes out as amazing as you say it is, yeah. I said, I was like, wow, maybe, I have something to learn. And I just haven't done it yet, but I keep thinking about it. So this is an off pay week. So if y'all want to donate to me getting a brisket to doing sous vide, definitely awesome. But other than that, it'll be another week or two for sure. Thanks, Manny. I appreciate that. Chuck, you're absolutely right. He said it sounds like a rock polishing project. It's gonna take a couple days. That's for sure. Tom, you've been lingering, man. Tom says it's the dinner hot tub. You're absolutely correct. I love my sous vide, man. I love it. It is absolutely phenomenal for getting things done. Cold smoke 'em and cheese. Yeah, yay. All right, Chuck. Excuse me, Kirk. Gonna make me have to make a trip down there. Just make some sausages I can eat. I just need some beef sausage, like a simple beef sausage. No, I've never made cookie dough like to make the cookie dough or like smoke cookie dough or just like grilled cookies. Which one are you talking about now? William, I'm just gonna apologize now. Whew, I put a hurting on this bottle tonight. Goodness. Cookie dough sous vide? What? Kansas crawfish season. Between meat and mud bugs. Hey, I agree. There's a spot in DC that gets some mud bugs, and when I say, all right, I guess restart now. When I say we went down there and got some crawfish to go, it was expensive, but man, it was so good. Man, you guys, the amount of information you guys throw at me to try is mind-boggling. Damn. Can I wish, man, I could go to Shreveport and pick them up by the 75-pound sack full. Shoot. I have some friends down in Baton Rouge. And the plan was for me to come down there, and this was years ago. I was talking about coming down there. This was when I was on my motorcycle, so riding, and then Katrina happened, and then I lost track of a lot of the folks. But good night. Getting to 75 pounds feeds 5 to 10 people. I imagine I could shoot. Goodness gracious. I'd hate to have to do that math. How much does a 75 pound sack cost? I mean, shoot. It can't be anything less than 10 cents a pound? No, not 10 cents. I don't know. $40 to $50? Ooh, that's not too bad. Man, go ahead and get you 2 sacks and you'd be good. Ken says 40 to 50 bucks. William says $85. Alright, so that's like 10 cents per. 10 cents or $1 per. Sorry. Oh, there's different grades of crawfish? What? Jody, I still cook my briskets low and slow. I've never cooked one hot and fast. Nope. So the reason they're getting a thin smoke ring is because the smoke ring is contingent upon the temperature of the meat, meeting the temperature of the smoker. And when those two numbers, hit, then that's when the smoke ring stops. If you cook your brisket, again, you have your brisket and it's at a low temperature versus your smoker and it's at a lower temperature. The low temperature in the smoker will take a longer while for the temperature in the brisket to come up, and the outer temperature hitting the inner temperature, once they are the same, that's when the smoke ring stops, and that's when you get your thicker smoke ring. So if you have a colder meat going into the smoker, you'll have a better smoke ring. Kirk says Home Depot has Weber charcoal for $8 a bag right now. Caden, how you doing, man? Caden, I'm about to get off. Caden's got a girlfriend now. He can't hang out with us. Yep. Oh, Chuck, I didn't. Chuck, you shoot. You guys know I said the same thing. I figured, Kirk. I figured. I'm just busting your balls. I saw the truck running. Well, I saw pictures of the truck on Instagram. Like I said, Caden has a girlfriend. He can't come to the live streams anymore. He don't care about us anymore. Ooh. So, oh gosh, Taste Tester number 2 came home and Taste Tester number 2 came home and he pretty much, it sounds like he woke everybody up. Hey Raul, man, thank you. Thank you. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off or get off. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you guys so very much for hanging out and talking and chilling with me. Definitely appreciate it. So I'm gonna finish my last little bit here. Gotta clean up in the kitchen, and I'm gone. I'm about to fall asleep here. So thank you so very much again, as always, for hanging out. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Don't forget to join us again next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll figure something to talk about. Tom, thank you, sir. I did take care of those cigars that you sent on the cruise. Definitely appreciate it. I had a great time taking care of those. Caden says good night. Have a great week. Ken, there is no staying on topic with me, man. I'm like, squirrel. Sorry. BT Cruiser, thank you, sir, for hanging out. Tom, thank you very much, man. Seriously, thank you. I greatly appreciate all the support, and you, sir, are winning in the Send Stuff to Dash battle. that is the unofficial, battle. But anyway, thank you guys again, and I'm gonna see y'all. I'm hitting the X button right. Check the comments one more time. Caden, in the description of my videos, there's the P.O. Box. So it's P.O. Box. It's Steel Drum Smokers and P.O. Box 3236. It's Catonsville, Catonsville, Maryland 21228. Don't send me anything too crazy, man. I know. Excuse me. I know how you do. Until next Wednesday, man. Thank you so very much. I sure will, Kirk. I will be getting in touch with you. I saw you sent something. I'm probably not gonna check it till the morning though.